Hello, everybody, and welcome to the A Little Knitty podcast. My name is Maribel.
I'm Jen.
And I'm the yarn dyer behind Rainier Roses.
And I'm the owner of A Little Knitty Yarn Shop.
And we are bringing you our late March, early April podcast.
Yes. Yeah. Usually we film it closer to the end of the month, but I think it's because February, the last Saturday of the month was the 22nd.
Right.
March, the last Saturday of the month is the 29th. And so I'm so confused. Like, I feel like it should be the last day of the last Saturday of the month, and it is not.
Yeah. But here we are.
Here we are.
So I feel like I've worked on a lot of stuff.
Yeah?
Yes. I've been keeping to my goals.
Okay.
So
Which are
knitting a hat a month.
Oh, that's right.
And doing my WhipGo thing.
Okay.
Which, if you want to learn more, I started my own podcast.
Oh, that's right.
So
I saw it come up on YouTube.
They're like 10, 15 minutes long.
Hey, it's done.
Yeah. So I go more into detail on there. This is like a fun hangout.
Yeah, this is like an umbrella over it all. So yeah, what have you been working on?
So I finished 2 hats. So I finished up my February hat, and then I finished my March hat early.
Okay.
They're both muscle burrows.
So you're going to start April early since we're already into April?
I almost did, and then I went, no.
Yeah. I'll give myself a break. Oh my gosh, they look so
They're not blocked, and the ends aren't moving in.
Are they mohair?
So this one's Surrey, and this one's mohair.
Okay, I won't play with that one. It's so warm.
Look at them.
They are so pretty. And this is all your hand dyed, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
so these ones you can't get.
I love this one. Wow.
My mom did too, and she was wearing it.
Yeah. And you're like, sorry, I have to take that.
Yeah, I'm like, sorry, these are Christmas gifts, but I know you want that one now.
But I'll put your name on it.
Yeah, they're just
I love muscle burrows. Like, I mean, not everybody loves stocking it in the round. And if I was like, I don't know, sitting at home just knitting, it might not be what I go to, but like on the run, at the doctor's office, like just like knitting it, like I love them. Yeah. I always have to have one on the needles, I think.
The beginning is always tricky, especially your first one.
Tedious, yes.
And it put me off of it for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I decided this year every hat was going to be a muscle burrow hat.
Because they're addictive. Once you do them, you're like, oh, and you forget how icky the start was.
It's a trick because the decreases are fantastic.
Well, because we're so used to that, right? Like as knitters, we're used to going cuff up, and so like the starting at the point up here is weird.
Yeah.
So when I travel with one, I just get it started. I go through all those increases, and then I just have to worry about knitting circles, and I don't have to think about anything. So, but yeah. Do you do it with DPNs or
magic loop? There's too many needles in my way.
Same.
But this one,
beautiful.
I wear a lot of black.
Yeah.
Now that I'm making these hats, I'm like, no one's getting Christmas hats for all my hats.
This is Operation 12 hats for Maribel. Maybe one for her mom.
Yes, maybe. But
she's lucky.
Well, I think I mentioned it. Like my brother was wearing a hat.
Oh yeah.
That I crocheted like 10 years ago.
I love that.
And it doesn't fit his head.
Yeah.
he's got a big head.
Yeah.
And it's meant for my head. But he's just like, no. You cannot take it back. So that's where I got the idea. And probably I'm making muscle burrows because he's got a big head.
Yeah. And they are very forgiving as well.
And he works outside. So it's like the double layer.
Yeah. Do you think you'll do all of them solid, or do you think you'll do some like halfsy? I'm doing halfsy.
Because I have leftover. I bought, this is probably like half of my mohair skein, half of my fingering weight skein. So I'm holding them double. Okay. And I've got less than half of my Surrey on this, but I have another full skein.
Okay.
So this one, the first hat, I don't think I showed you.
No, I don't think I saw it.
It was, I used yarn by Bigfoot Yarn Co.
Okay.
And her Pine Barrens. And Sophia lost it at school day one.
Have you checked Lost and Found?
I have not checked. I keep forgetting. So,
I can tell you, half of Lost and Found about halfway through the school year was all of my child stuff.
I picked up 8 coats last year, and the principal was like, please pick them up. So I have
so embarrassing.
like half of this and half of Pines Barrens left. So I want to do a split.
Yeah. It's just, I think it's really fun. Like I have one around here somewhere that is actually 3. So it's like I started out with a leftover bit of yarn. And then I did the brim a different color. And then I did the other half or the other top a different color. And so then I get like a green hat with a gray brim and then a blue hat with a gray brim. And so it's kind of, it's fun. Yeah. I mean, it also used up leftover yarn. Yeah. Which, okay. My New Year's resolution, I didn't know it was a New Year's resolution, is I'm no longer holding on to teeny tiny skeins of yarn. Like, or balls of yarn. If it's like this big, I'm throwing it away.
Okay, so I keep every last scrap.
No.
And I've been putting it in a
I'm going to give you
bag.
mine.
So this goes into my next project.
Oh, okay.
Because
I still disagree. I'm throwing away yarn. Oh, yes, that's right. See, okay, fingering weight might be my caveat. Like, I had a little tiny bit of this left over, and I'm just like, you are going in the trash can.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I'm not going to use this in a blanket.
Now this is all tangled up.
I love it.
I gotta untangle this.
Oh, please. Well, we go to commercial break. I don't have another commercial this time. Maybe we'll have a PSA.
Okay, hold on. There we go. Now it's presentable. You can hold this end.
Yes, I will.
And
oh, it's the perfect density too.
Yes.
Your little double crochets are so perfect. Oh, look at it on the screen. It's even better. Wow.
So this is how long it is.
It's so long.
I wanted
your pink up. Okay.
There we go. So these first little bit
so big
is my June Balloon colorway.
Oh yeah.
So, and it's so bright.
It is so bright. Oh, I love it so much. I want the whole blanket to be this. I mean, I know you're going to just use scraps, but this is beautiful. That pink pops so nice on screen.
Yeah.
Okay, this is going to be our picture. Okay, thank you.
A little snake. So I am using, it's the Crazy Sock Ladies.
Oh, okay.
Like it's a very loose recipe.
Yeah.
She says chain 300. I changed 300, probably got this far and went, this blanket is too small.
Yeah.
So I changed 400.
How big is that? Like 9 feet? No, not 9 feet.
So probably like 5. Wait, can I?
It's just tall. Yeah. Okay.
It's more than 5 foot.
It's a little over 5 foot.
And so then now I'm just magic ball of all my other little scraps.
Love it.
So this is what I'm doing with my scraps because I cannot throw away a single scrap.
I get that.
So if it's less than like 10 grams, it gets thrown.
I get
in this blanket.
Yeah. Yeah. And the magic ball, like you do that like special knot where you go like this and this. Is that
so there's 2 knots and they kind of just
they go like that. Yeah. Please Google it. Do not use this as a tutorial. But no, it's a really good idea because it gives you a really, really, really good knot.
Yeah.
In crochet, like I wouldn't use it for knitting because I wouldn't want like a knot like in my sweater. But like in crochet, you're gonna crochet over the top of it.
And these ones, I did not do that.
Oh,
I just was like quickly doing it and I forgot about it.
Yeah.
And then I didn't fix it.
Yeah. But nobody will ever notice. You wash and block it.
After that, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. But yeah, then you just keep crocheting and then you get excited about like the color changes.
And then you're not bored. But it's like 400 stitches is no joke.
Wide. Yeah.
A 2.5.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a tiny hook too. But like the stitches are so perfect though. You know, I have one on sock weight yarn that I think I used too big of a hook and it just doesn't look like that. So yeah. Anyway, Crazy Sock Lady was the pattern designer, right? Or like recipe.
She's using a tutorial from somewhere. So if you go on her page, look up a blanket. It's in there somewhere.
Okay, cool.
So, or you know what? I should just update my Ravelry page.
What? I need to do that too. You know, in free time.
Yeah.
I'm always mesmerized by people who have like this most beautiful Ravelry that has every single project they've ever knit and all these notes.
Yes.
Like, I mean, sometimes I can get a project on with a picture sometimes, but like notes, good notes. And yeah, I'm
and I have like like the thought of the pattern.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, oh yeah, I'll knit it, and then it's like all blank pictures.
Yep.
No notes.
No notes. No pictures.
Okay.
We phone it in.
I'm gonna move on to cross stitching. So
did I bring my cross stitch? No, I did show it last time. I showed it last time.
I don't think so. You finished it before then. You showed me a picture.
Finished it. That's right. Oh, I did post a picture. All the days kind of smooshed together. Oh, I saw this on the Instagram. Or maybe it might have been on your podcast.
On my podcast, yeah. So
Good
this is Away We Ride by Blackbird's Design.
I love this one.
Part of my Whip Go goals is not to finish anything.
Oh, okay.
It's not just not to finish, but it's to make significant progress on the projects that I have.
And not feel pressured.
Yes.
Okay.
So
I get that.
I did a lot of
And
progress.
it's one of those things, like, if you just like spin around in circles on a whole bunch of projects, they all kind of like finish and magically, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah. So it's Whip Bingo, so numbers get called. So this time it was to finish like a quarter of it.
Okay.
So now I'm officially 50% done.
Love that.
And
it's so good. You're 50% done. That's amazing. Oh, I love these little.
Hold on.
I didn't even notice that. I love the golden bits. Like, that really makes it pop.
Yeah. My needle's
That's
stuck
so
in here.
pretty.
What did I do?
This, oh my gosh, I would need a magnifying glass.
Yeah, so it is 40 count, which means there's 40 holes per inch.
Good Lord.
And I'm using one thread over 2 holes.
One thread over 2 holes.
So
Gotcha.
I'm like super excited about it. And it's crows, and I love crows.
So now that you're 50% done, do you feel like you're like crested the hill and now like you really want to work on it? Or no?
I would love to say yes.
Yeah.
However, no.
Yeah. Okay.
It's still, I think maybe once I get like the 3rd quarter of it.
Then it will feel a bit more.
Yeah. And then like if I feel like finishing it, then I'll finish it all.
Yeah. What is your favorite part?
So I actually recharted this middle section here.
Okay.
So.
Oh, you did. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So in the pattern, it's off to the side.
Yeah. Yeah, it's off-centered, and she centered it. I really like that. It looks like it's meant to be that way.
Yeah. I really enjoy all these little motifs.
Okay.
Because they're fun to just quickly count.
And then like, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's so cool. What does the back look like? Oh, it's gorgeous. It's just as pretty as the front. I love it. My backs look like a hot mess. Hot. Like, I start off with good intentions. And then,
yeah, so my oldest whip is lingering on almost 4 years now.
Your oldest crochet whip.
Crochet.
Not crochet. It starts with a C.
And like, it's funny to see like where I started to where I'm at. And I'm like, whoa, I would never travel that far with all this stuff.
You're like, wee! Yeah. That's me.
And my last piece that I've been working on is another crow.
Oh, crow. Oh,
let me just.
So cute, though.
Oh, I have a hanging thread. I didn't finish it, but
it's 75% done or no?
I'd have to check my phone. Okay, but yeah, he's got a little beanie that comes up here.
Oh, okay. Okay, he feels more of the
yeah. And then Triple J got me this
little ray of pitch black sunshine. Just love it. Yeah. Yeah, it fits you.
Mm-hmm. It's another crow. And this one I love because it's a crow knitting a sock.
Yes.
So it's everything that I love.
It's perfect. And then you need a picture of you like sitting in a chair knitting a sock.
Yeah. With my crow knitting a sock in the background.
Yes, exactly. Very, very, very funny. There's another word I was trying to think of and it didn't come out.
Crowception.
Yes.
But that's everything I've been working on.
What have you been like watching or listening to while you do all your crafting? We never talk about that.
Watch a lot of anime.
Anime? Okay.
Mm-hmm. But I like when I watch it, depending on if it's an older one or a newer one, dictates what I do. Because if it's a newer one, I have to read the subtitles. So that's a stockinette situation.
Yes, that's the muscle bra.
Yeah.
Like You can just be sitting there cranking out a hat and then totally reading everything. But yeah, like cross stitch, no, I couldn't.
That one, it has to be dubbed.
Yeah, it has to be listened to. I've been watching, it just left my brain. Tobias,
what's it about?
It's about a family and the son that keeps them all together, and Jason Bateman's in it. It's an older series.
Arrested Development.
Thank you.
I love that show.
I'm like, it's 2 words. Like, I feel like I just played charades. Like the hardest game of charades I've ever played.
If you would have just said Michael Cera, I would have been like done.
Michael Cera loves his cousin.
It's a really good show. It's very funny.
I'm not selling it right now. I'm like, Tobias. It's actually really funny. I never watched it when it was on originally, and I just kind of stumbled upon it on Netflix, and it's so ridiculous, but it's a funny watch.
I really just started watching it probably like a few months ago. Yeah, because I never watched it when it was on, but I heard about it.
Yeah, and it's just ridiculous. Like, I mean, and you can walk out of the room and miss an episode, and like, you don't really miss any plot.
It's kind of in the same vein as like The Office.
Yes, yeah, very shticky and like just absolute ridiculousness. I mean, like it would never happen in real life.
I think the next one I want to watch is
we have no words.
It's too early for this. Parks and Rec.
Oh, I love Parks.
Yeah, with Amy Poehler.
Yes, I will watch that over and over again. That's another one. I tried to get into like, is it Boston 99 or something like that? Anyway, I just couldn't. Anyway, I always am looking for new things to watch.
I either have to listen to an audiobook or watch something while I knit. I can't just do my crafts.
No.
I have to like be productive.
Yes. I'm productive in watching absolute TV, junk shows. I also watch a lot of Dateline. That's when my husband comes in and is like, why are you watching murder shows? It's fun. The other guilty pleasure I've been watching is The Traitors, which there's the US Traitors, and I think they just finished season 3. And then I'm watching the UK Traitors right now, and it's a reality show, but it's so good. And I think I'm watching season 2 of the UK, and there's a grandma that knits, and she wants to be the traitor so she can knit and kill. And I'm like, yes!
I have no idea what that show is.
I know. No,
I love that part.
You need to watch it. It's a game. It's a reality show, but it's a game of like a couple people are picked as traitors, and they kill the other contestants, and the other contestants have to figure out who the traitors are. But they're like, it's like Among Us. Like, you know, like they don't tell anybody. They're like, oh yeah, I'm a faithful, I'm not a traitor. But it's really, really good. Like addictive good. And Alan Cummings hosts it, and he knits. And I just, it's the best knitting show. But now I watched it all. So now I had to go to the UK and see if it's any good. Bangladesh or something like that. Like, I need to watch all of them. The UK one's really good too. Well, I have also been knitting a lot. Like, I feel like I've been going for, first of all.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about this.
Squirrels. This is my like labor of love. I'm even going to stand up. It is a little cropped, but this is the 3-season pullover by Wool & Pine Design, and I used Cantata from Cascade. Words are hard. And it's like fully cabled all over. This is so not me as a knitter.
Not
like,
a TV thing?
Not a TV thing. Or a TV thing, and I make mistakes. And I absolutely love the finished object. There's nothing I would change about it. I love it. But, like I knit these on a little small needles. But I did not enjoy the process. Not saying that it's not a great pattern. It's a beautifully written pattern. Everything about it is fine. It's just, it's not my favorite knitting style, right? Like my favorite knitting style is the muscle burrow, where I can just be doing this and talk and work at the cash register and, you know, and I can't with this. Like I need my phone out with the, you know, highlight line, and I need to be counting. And of course, family comes in and is like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, I'm counting. And then also it's knit more in pieces, and I am more of a top-down raglan kind of girl. And so, in fact, I started a new flax sweater, and that's my happy place. Super easy.
But it's so beautiful.
I love it. I'm going to love wearing it. I'm going to be so proud. I'm going to put one of those buttons behind me that says, thanks, I made it. I want everybody to know I made this. Because it definitely is like my most difficult sweater that I've ever made. I've never made a V-neck before. Never. Really? Yeah,
it looks really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like it. I do like the construction of it, like how they picked up the neckline and stuff. Like, and they have you pick up the neckline before you do the sleeves, just because like the neckline will change the structure of your sweater. So like, there's some really cool things that they did with the design. There's also a cardigan, and
I bought yarn. I remember buying yarn. I bought the bright orange yarn.
Oh, that's
back when you were down there. And I was like, you have to wind it up for me.
Yes, so I'll use it.
And then I didn't even cast it on. It's been like 2
Are you going to make
years.
one of these?
Or cardigan.
A cardigan, yeah.
But I might make
the cardigan. Yeah, cardigan's really good.
I think I have enough.
Yeah, and I think I used 7. I used 7 skeins total. So it did soak up quite a bit of yarn. But I mean, also I did a pretty big ease on it. And so this gorgeous sweater cost $70 for me to knit.
Okay.
I mean, not my time.
Yeah.
but the yarn is $10 a skein. Yeah. Which for a plus size sweater is just
really good.
It's so good. It's so good. So like very cost effective. Yeah. And except for the 5 billion trillion hours you're gonna spend. Yeah, it's cotton and wool. Yeah. So it's a cotton core like tube with the merino blown into it. And so that's what gives it that like, I don't know.
That marledy
look. It looks so good on the street. Yeah. And it's soft, but I mean, it's warm, but not too warm. I mean, I haven't worn it a whole lot because
I walked in here this morning and she was steaming it.
I just steam blocked it. The ends are woven. Oh, I take that back. There's one end I found in the sleeve. One of the sleeves has an end in it, but the ends are woven in for the most part. I know that there's one in there someplace. That's on brand for me.
I mean, my muscle burrow ones aren't. Yeah. It's once they're going to go into wrapping paper or a bag, that's when they'll get dealt with.
I'm famous for like stacking up, like when I was making all the chickens, I would just stack up the chickens and they were done in my brain, but they're like not assembled, but they were done because they were done being knitted. So anyway, all the ends are woven in, and I did not wet block this. I did steam block it. I just wanted this motif here is kind of, it just the way you make it, it makes it more firm. And so I just wanted to like pull that out a little bit, but everything else was kind of laying like really, really nice. I mean, I steam blocked this a little bit, but everything was laying so nice that it was like, I just want you to stay where you are. Yeah. But I also had some side quests of, we have a new yarn in the shop called Satiny, and it's a, look at me and my long arms. It's not coming into focus, much like me. Jody Long Satiny, it's Mako cotton, 100% Mako cotton. It is labeled a vegan yarn because it is cotton. But it is a like sport DK. They say it's a DK. 284 yards to 100 grams. I brought in every color because I loved this yarn. Really, really good for summer sweaters. I'm actually cast it on a summer sweater. And then I just did a little head neckerchief. That's not right. Bandana. It does not go with my outfit at all, but just to basically show off the stitch definition and how it knits up. And I think it gets better with more use. And yeah, it's just fun yarn.
I really like this color. It it's very much sunshine.
Summer. Yeah. It's so, and yeah, like a lot of their colors are really saturated, and then I'm also cast on. I'll put the name of the pattern here because it's on my phone and I don't remember. But I love a sweater that has lace through like the raglan. And so this is like a little summer sweater that has lace through the raglan. I'll put a picture of the finished object here. But it's by Beth McDonald Stone. And it's just a lovely little summer sweater. And that's that yarn too. So I want to finish this one. This one, I'm all about this one. I can do 16 stitches of lace. I decided that's my max. And then the rest is stockinette. And I have the attention span for that.
Speaking of attention span, that's why I haven't picked up my Mabel sweater.
Oh yes, Mabel. She's in timeout.
She I love her. It's just this 4-row repeat of broken fisherman's rib. That I just
slow on size 3 needles or something like that. Yeah.
And my brain
cannot. I understand that. This morning at the coffee stand, the gal was wearing, I'm pretty sure, a machine made sweater, but it was broken rib, and I was like, I really want to make that.
And she's like, oh, I know where you can buy it.
Like, yeah, you can buy it for $30 or you can make it for $200. This one actually is a little bit kind of like a broken rib. It's like a 2x2 broken rib. So it's, I'll put the pattern name here because I also forgot what the pattern name was. But this was from when I went to Red Alder. Yes,
okay.
Red Alder. And it is, I really like the decrease. It has like a little X on the top. It was from Seattle Yarns, their private label. And I think the colorway was called My First D. And the owners of Seattle Yarns have known each other forever. And so they named a lot of their yarns after like things that happened in middle school and stuff. And so this was, I can't remember whose, but one of theirs, their first D, that was named after that. I thought that was so cute. Like, I'm like, oh, you guys have been friends forever. And then also at Red Alder, I bought this yarn. The teals from Seachange Yarns, and the beautiful, colorful yarn is from, I told myself not to forget, the booth right next to Seachange Yarns. I'll put the name here. I'm blanking. Anyway, this is the Mobius. I've knit this twice because I knit it and then realized I had the wrong stitch count and ripped it out and did the whole thing again.
It happens to the best of us.
Yep, it does. Because it's Mobius, you start with your stitches cast on in the center, and then you're knitting on both sides of it at the same time. And so when you bind off, you actually bind off both edges at the same time. And so that was a little bit of the whole time, I'm not sure I know what I'm doing. But when I cast on, I misunderstood how many cast on, because you're casting over your needle and the cord at the same time. And I did double. And so it was supposed to be like 220 stitches total, and I did 440. So I finished it and it was like this wide. Yeah. And I was like, and I ran out of yarn. I was like, that's weird.
Sometimes you just have to work through it.
Yeah.
The pattern.
And then rip it all out and try it again. But so it has the Mobius built in, just that it will be worn like that. And it does not have the ends woven in, so it doesn't count, but it does count. And it's not blocked. I think once it's blocked too, it will
stretch out.
It'll stretch out. And but it's super bouncy. I love brioche. I love brioche in the round. It's a happy place, and it's just fun.
I think I've tried brioche one time.
Yeah.
But it was like single color brioche.
Oh, see, flat single color brioche is the hardest because like you need that contrast color to like tell you what's going on. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I highly recommend. Maybe not this pattern. Yeah, it's very I mean, I love the pattern, but like maybe not for first.
Beginners.
Yeah. The Mobius cast on, I'm thinking of turning it into a class because it's such a like, what? Like, how did that work? Because I think what we usually think of Mobius is like you cast on and then you accidentally get a twist in it, right? But that one you cast on here and you bind off here. This one you cast on in the middle and then work your way out, and that just the whole time, like
it's a brain meld.
Yeah, and like I have faith this will work, and yeah, I got a iced Americano today that is so good. My last thing was I was craving color work. I think after like all this
Cable.
Yeah, I needed a color work break. This was Stash Yarn. This is, the red is Yarn Citizen, and the gray is Deluxe Worsted Superwash. And, but it was just balls of yarn that I saved that I threw away when I was done. And it's just a little head warmer, like,
it's so cute. I love
ear warmer. What does she call it?
I love the way your color work lays on it.
Yes. It floated on top because it's ever so slightly thicker. So like the Yarn Citizen, both are worsted, but the gray is a lighter worsted, but I really like how it sits on top.
It kind of makes it look 3D.
Yeah. And it is wet blocked, and it is from Miss Jamie Lomax's book, the Doodle Knit Dictionary. I can't read backwards. I'm like, the Knit Doodle Dictionary? That's not right. I can't read backwards, guys. And I loved this book because it has some schematics that aren't in her decks. And then also it has like all the recipes. So when she was here for a trunk show, I tried on her doodle headband is what she calls it. I'm not gonna show you, let's see. There's nothing proprietary here. I tried on actually this very ear warmer and completely fell in love with it. And I was like, I need this in my life. And so she gives you all of the directions that you need. She says difficulty was 2 balls of yarn. I agree. It's a mid difficulty. It's not the easiest, but not super difficult. I knit it on size or 10-inch circulars, so just like the little itty bitty circulars. And it did cramp my hand a little bit, but I finished it really fast. So I'm like, it's worth it.
It looks so good.
I love it.
I think you had it in your newsletter.
Yes, I had it.
I saw it in your newsletter, and I was like, I love it so much.
And then just the way she finishes it off with how it knots on itself, it's just so pretty. But yeah, it was a nice little break. It went really fast. I think it took like maybe 4 evenings, because I mean, color work does slow me down, but at the same time, like, I didn't work exclusively on it because it would be like knit that for a little while and then my hands would cramp and go do something else. Probably work on this.
I can't do the smaller circumference.
It's hard on the hands a little bit. Yeah. My thumb, I think, might never be the same after working things in small circumferences.
Honestly, I would rather work with a 47-inch board.
Yeah. Do magic loop. I really wanted to test drive the little shorter ones because the Mindful collection has a 10-inch circ now, and but like I would, if I did it again, like maybe even do it a little bit wider, because I mean it could even be wider than that, and do it on 16-inch circs. But yeah, it was just fun. And her schematics are so memorizable because like you kind of start to see like where you're going. Oh, it looks even better on camera. I love when things look better on camera. Like, I was like, oh, look at that, I did that. And you just follow her rules. I had the book open on my couch, and I had a sticky note, which, I mean, so often now I'm using my phone. You use your phone a lot, right?
I used to. Okay. Now I have to use paper and
paper.
Sticky note.
Okay.
Because my kids.
Oh, yeah. We don't have a studio audience today.
Yeah, they're at grandma's.
I have nobody to bribe with Pirate Booty. Chris is on vacation too, so I'm not going to show that because that is her pattern. But I just put at the bottom of actually this is the pattern, but I followed a different schematic. But anyway, I put my sticky note just above the line that I'm working on, and use sticky notes for this. But yeah, you could literally do anything. I took the same motif and did it over and over and over again, but you could also, like on the cover here, she has lots of different motifs. You could also do that on the ear warmer. So anyway, we love Jamie. If you've watched any of our episodes, you know.
Yeah. And if you want to watch an older episode, we actually sat down with Jamie.
We did.
At the old shop.
Yeah, I'll link that.
I will tell her how to link it.
You know how when people are like, in the link above. I'm like, anyway, anything else? What have you got going on in the world?
Let's see. This is going to come out April-ish.
Yes.
My advent calendars are still going. I have about 11 left.
Okay.
So
it's fun, guys.
Yeah.
And the best part of buying an advent early is you forget by the time Christmas comes, and it's a total surprise.
Yeah. It is a gothy.
Okay.
So it's a romantic goth. It's going to go from like a lilac beigey through burgundy and black.
Love
and
it.
Like purple. Like,
I'm excited. I love it. Do you have a specific pattern, or this is just for people to use however they see fit?
So may or may not have a specific pattern. Okay. Kind of in the works, kind of in the talks. If not, you know. I
mean, there's so many. Type in mini skein. I did this the other day of like looking for things to do with mini skein set. And yeah, like there's so many options out there. Yeah. Like there's so many great patterns, and or like make 12 not 12. 12 hats. You don't have enough yarn for 12 hats, but make a whole bunch of stripy those things. So we do have 2 fun events coming up. Mm-hmm. Well, actually 3. So first one is Saturday, March 29th. We have a trunk show with Jadawoo and Gingersnapped Tins. And then in late April, we have I don't know what day. It's the last Saturday of April. We have local yarn shop day, and we'll have Boss Kitty here for a trunk show. And I have so much stuff I'm gathering for this. Like I have new inventory that's going to hit the floor that's specifically for local yarn shop day. I have a special really cool Della-Q bag that will be free with purchase. It is going to be a party. So that's the last Saturday of April. And then the first week of May 1st through 4th, is our Yarn Crawl. And so that will be another party. There will be also other things involved, free patterns, $35 gift cards given away at each shop every day. I think I added up and it's thousands of dollars worth of gift cards we're giving away, because every shop every day gives away 35, and then every shop gives away 100 at the end. So I mean, it's a lot of money we're giving away. And then free patterns, discounts on yarn. Our featured yarn dyer is Rainy Day. That's not right. That's a yarn shop in Gig Harbor. Rainier Roses, and for our knit pattern, and then we're using Yarnelia for our crochet pattern. And what else? There's something else. Oh, we just released our new travel options. Mm-hmm. I love to travel, and it's not just about the destination. It's about all the knitting I get to do on the way. If I could just go hang out at the airport every day, I probably would.
I would not.
I love the airport. I love sitting and knitting and watching people, or like pretending like I'm looking at my knitting and like listening to conversations. I love it. I love it. This is why knitters were used as spies during certain times in our history, because they could just like pretend like they know what they're concentrating, and then they could no. Oh. No, there was something about spies. They would knit certain messages into their knitting. Anyway, fact check me.
I'm like, I believe you.
No, there is something in our history, like way back, that they use knitters to like get messages to people, and then anyway, like Braille.
I love how you're like, oh, okay, but then like also interesting. You should watch a documentary.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a documentary on it. Google it.
So traveling.
But anyway, traveling. Thank you. That chicken like
flew
went that way. So anyway, I absolutely love traveling, especially like as my kids get older, we're doing even more traveling, and so I'm kind of putting my love of yarn with my love of traveling. And so our first like getaway that our travel planner has put together is actually during Yarn Crawl, for people who are not from around here can come in, and she put together a hotel room, and we'll put together a little breakfast Sunday morning for people to come here and sit and knit and eat breakfast before they go and finish the crawl. And so that's one option. 2 is in August, is a train trip down to Salem, Oregon. And I'm working on, working with the yarn shop down there. And then also there's a textiles museum. So learn how textiles are made and all that. And then knit on the train. That's the fun part. And our third one is, Oregon Flock and Fiber in October. And then we have plans for next year and the year after already. And so
much traveling.
I know. I'm trying to limit it to like 3 a year because, and then we have the cruise that we're going on in June. We'll have to do some footage for our podcast from the boat.
I'm excited for
from the ship. I always say boat. I'm going to get thrown off. Anyway, so lots of travel options. Stay tuned. We're even looking into New York and then maybe even a few years at Ireland.
Ooh,
Scotland.
I would join that instantly.
Yeah. So we have some, close trips like Oregon Flock and Fiber and, some of those more close trips. And then we have the far, far away trips.
That's exciting.
It is.
I'm excited.
It is.
You just gotta carry me in your little suit bag.
You have to be my token millennial. I'm gonna get a new backpack and you'll just go in my backpack. All right. I think that's enough for today.
Yeah. We've done like an hour long almost.
We talked a lot. We had a lot to say. Well, you've been knitting a lot and I've been knitting a lot. And
I didn't even bring like 3 other projects.
Yeah.
So
we'll save that for next month.
Yep.
The next time we'll see will be right before Yarn Crawl. So I'm sure we'll have some more
detailed, in-depth.
Maybe I'll even show off our pattern. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Maybe I should finish it first. I finished the knit. I have not finished the crochet. All right.
We will see you next month.
Thanks for joining us.
Next time.
Bye.
No, next month.
Next month.
Next time?
Next time. Bye. Bye.